Welcome back, everyone. Western Governors University is a premier online university that can cater to your needs, budget, and your schedule.
Yes, we've had several segments discussing the convenience for teachers and programs for nurses too. But today we have Jake here, program mentor for WGU's School of Technology. Welcome in.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So fill us in on your job and what exactly it is you do.
Well, I have a really neat job. I get to have the privilege of being from point A to point B with students all the way from the very first day all the way to graduation. Mm-hmm. And so we get really close. We have weekly calls. We are able to make the weekly goals each week to keep them on track and keep them accountable. And so it's a neat experience to be able to get close with these students and see them on to their graduation and their goals.
Very cool. You know, it's so important to have a mentor, and I love that you are there for them. You were in their shoes once. You were a student. How did that impact your current position?
Yeah, so I was in the master's program in 2019, and I had a really great mentor at the time. Believe it or not, I got all the way to the end of the program, got down to the last certification, and I had to take it multiple times, and I was pretty down on myself, wasn't feeling great about it. And so I dreaded that next call with my mentor, but he got on the phone and he goes, "You're at the end. You're not stopping now."
Yeah.
He said, "You see the light at the end of the tunnel, and it's not a truck." So just that little pick me up meant a lot. And the next week I passed the certification, graduated, and he mentioned working at WGU, and I said, "Absolutely, sign me up." So.
Full circle.
Well, we know cybersecurity impacts a lot of big companies.
Absolutely.
Tell us what they're looking for, the qualities.
Two things come to mind when you deal with employers in cybersecurity. The number one thing is being a lifelong learner. Just because you've got your degree or you've just got a certification, if you stop there, then you're going to fall behind. IT is constantly changing, constantly improving, and so employers are looking for someone to grow with their organization as IT grows as well, as they expand. And so you really have to have that learner mindset. Certifications and things are great, but they want you to come on board and continue that and never stop learning. And I would say that. And one thing that amazes me is going to networking events and cybersecurity conventions. It's a unique group of people because you don't get a lot of people outsmarting each other or trying to outdo each other. You see a lot of people passionate about this career. They're passionate about the projects they're working on. They're sharing ideas. They're linking up to work together on something. So employers are looking for that mindset as well, to be able to work in a team environment, whether it's with accounting or any other department that may have a cyber attack. They want to know that you're a team player. So those two things are ultimately important.
Vital.
Well, I want to talk more about those employers because, like you said, it's not just one type of business that's hiring for this. So if you're earning your degree and you're getting those certifications, who is hiring?
There's really no sector right now that is not affected by cybersecurity. You think back to 2015, the Target attack, the payment systems got hacked, and millions of credit card companies had their customers exposed. And so you go to retail. One that really excites me, though, that goes a little bit under the radar because we have a lot of students that come to us that, "I'm going to be a hacker. I'm going to, play CSI and do this." You can, but one that I'm really passionate about is digital forensics. So it's not quite like the movies make it out to be, but it would be where you'd go into a crime scene, you collect laptops, mobile devices. You have to be very careful with them to make sure that they're not tampered with. But you've always heard that people can delete something off a hard drive, but it can still be recovered. Special tools to do that. So a neat lab environment, and then that gets carried on to being admissible in court and being an expert witness in a court. So it's places like the TBI here locally would be a good place for that, and then moving all the way up to the big leagues like the FBI. So.
Very cool. Hackers for good, if you will.
Yes, yes.
Thank
Well
you
said.
so
Thank
much.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me.
Yes, if you're curious about next steps in finishing your degree, learn more about cybersecurity and other professions. Their website is wgu.edu.